It's time for the weekend, everybody. Welcome to my show where I'll read the energies from Spirit for all 12 signs. If you're enjoying the content of this show, please like and subscribe. It is most appreciated. Now let's get right to it and reveal what Spirit foresees for you this upcoming weekend. Okay, so Capricorn, we are starting with the Seven of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Wands. So that's nice that we're starting out your weekend with money. With money. That's always a good thing. And that does appeal to your industrious nature. So with the Seven of Pentacles is representing perseverance and being able to stick with something for the long haul. So perhaps this weekend you're going to be working with something like investments, something that you've given your money to, given your time and effort, like something, your time, which is worth money, which is your effort. You have given that, and now this weekend it's going to come to fruition for you. Something is going to, you're going to be rewarded for something you've invested yourself and invested your funds in this weekend. And the Wheel of Fortune, we know that the Wheel of Fortune actually represents being able to keep up with changes, and that the Wheel of Fortune continues to move. So again, this is something that you have been working towards, something that you have really invested yourself in, and you have had some ups and downs with this, but it's finally going to come to pass. You are going to see that reward at the end. That light at the end of the tunnel is coming for you. That's what I'm seeing with those two. Then we have the action card. We have the Six of Wands. And with the Six of Wands, it actually spells out victory and success, possibly even some public recognition. So this is something, maybe you've given advice or you have been working on this with other people or with a group, and the outcome is going to give you the chance to be recognized publicly, something that you are going to be held responsible for and glad of it. You are going to feel like you deserve this. You have worked really hard for it. So this might even be a project that you've been working on. Weekends, we always pick something to do. Well, you've been doing something. You've been, if you live someplace where the weather is is not always temperate and gorgeous, well, then maybe this is something like a household thing, adding onto your house. My neighbors actually added a really beautiful addition onto their home. And so maybe you're doing something like that. That's definitely money invested and definitely changes going on. So something that you have persevered through, a long-term project that you have put blood, sweat, and tears into is now coming to fruition. It's going to be a victory. You're going to feel like, I can't believe I did this. I'm so proud of myself. I deserve this success. So something that you've been working on, and I feel like it's some sort of project, like a home project, because I can't think of anything that involves more money that you would feel like you were actually a part of, or the choices that you made to do this. So this weekend, a long-term project that you have been wanting to finish is going to be finished, and it's going to be a huge success. So that is awesome for you, Capricorn, and it will definitely feed your ambition. So stick with it, Capricorn. It's going to be worth it this weekend. And now we have our Virgos. So let's see what's up for you this weekend, Virgo. We start with the Page of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Eight of Wands. So we have a nice balance of challenge and challenge and action. And then we have some emotion, some nice emotion going on this week. And you're starting out with that emotional card, Virgo. So knowing that practicality is your your keyword. Having a big romance card for you this weekend, or a big emotional card for you this weekend, a nice change of pace for you. So with that Page of Cups, it speaks to an appreciation of art, and the talent that it takes. So I'm seeing with that, because even though it is an emotional card, it's a card that's speaking to the appreciation of art, being able to be in tune with things that are that speak of like a dreamy or a vague kind of nature. So this weekend, perhaps you're going to be appreciating art. The weather is turning very nice. I know even in parts of the country where it is still a little cold, doesn't mean that a nice sunny day you can't appreciate some art. I know like in places like Chicago, they have all of these art installations outdoors. So perhaps that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be checking out some outdoor artwork. Mother Nature is definitely artwork. So if you are still in snow, which I know my brother is in North Dakota, he's still in snow. So perhaps that's what you're going to do, Virgo. You're going to be appreciating just art in all its forms. So that's your emotion. And that definitely would be something that the type of nature, the analytical and the practical nature that you have, you would appreciate something like that. So your emotion is going to be involving art and just being in awe of what it takes. And then your challenge, the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is in regard to vacation or feeling like you are going to take a break, a change of pace, and just see, do what you need to do for yourself before you start that next big week. I'm feeling like this week you are going to be facing some real challenge. So this card is telling you to take time to stop and smell the roses. And again, that speaks to outdoor art installations. I'm thinking you need to get outside and appreciate either Mother Nature's work of art. If it's snowing, build a snowman. And if it's not, appreciate a beautiful day. And then with the Eight of Wands is talking about travel as well, and changes, and just really being able to keep up with whatever your challenges are this weekend, being able to multitask. If there's things that need to be done for other people, make sure there's time for you to do something for yourself. And that Eight of Wands is saying that you will be able to rise to the challenge, keep up with whatever the weekend throws at you. But overall, you're going to be able to enjoy the beauty of nature or the beauty of some natural artwork. And this weekend, you're really going to appreciate that, Virgo. All right, Aries, and let's see what we have for you. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Four of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So starting with that Two of Wands, that's speaking to some decisions or plans that are going to be coming from a stable vantage point. So that means that with your partner, you're going to be making some decisions about a big purchase. I feel a big purchase coming for you this weekend. And then with the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles actually speaks to economic stability. So again, you've got stability in the Two of Wands and this reliable partner that you're going to be making this decision with. You've got the Four of Pentacles saying that you are coming from a foundation of economic stability. You're on the right track and you are being financially responsible. So I'm still feeling that for you, Aries, a big purchase. And the fact that you are very impulsive by nature, that's why this partner is the first card in your reading this weekend. You're going to be relying on that person to help you with this big purchase. And it's going to be something that is going to come from a stable vantage point. You're going to be ready for it. And then with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords speaks to competence and being able to overcome something that you just want to act on. So again, like I said, with your impulsive nature, you got to remember to listen to your partner and really realize that this is something you've been working towards. So it's not like that's going to be your rash behavior or something that you're going to be just kind of going off, not really thinking about it. You have thought about it. You are ready for it. But there's something in that decision that you're not going to quite want to wait for. You're like, I'm thinking if you're looking for a new car, you're going to fall in love with this car and you're going to want to just buy it. It's going to take your partner and say, oh, well, step back, think about that. You know, I know it's beautiful. I know it's everything you thought you wanted. It might still be everything you want, but stop and think about it. You have to go against your nature and listen to your reliable partner, because remember, anything with the Knight is representing quick behavior, sometimes impulsive, not thinking about the outcome, and that is your nature, to be impulsive. So again, rely on your partner to help you with this big decision. I hope it's a fun one, though. I hope you get exactly what you want. Big purchase for you this weekend, Aries. Okay, Taurus, so for this weekend, we're starting with the King of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. So not bad, not bad. So with the action of that King of Wands, the King of Wands actually speaks to vision and leadership. So this weekend, maybe you're going to be heading up a project. You're going to be doing something. You're going to be asked to be in charge of something. If you have kids, maybe you're going to volunteer or ask to be the coach of a little league team, or perhaps you're going to entertain that thought this summer to get your kids involved in something, outdoorsy. So you're going to be asked to be in a position of leadership for that. Maybe you're going to take on a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout troop. This weekend might involve something like that. Other leadership could be just being involved like in a weekend retreat. I don't know if your work or your company does that, but I'm seeing something where you're going to be taking control. And for Taurus, that is very much in your comfort zone. You are very good at being in charge, being in control. So this weekend is going to be a joy for you. Whatever you're asked to do, I think you're going to embrace it and really want to do it. With your Three of Cups, the Three of Cups involves friendship and celebrations and just feeling like you're being rejuvenated both emotionally and physically. So something like this, something with this leadership being something right up your alley, and something that hopefully, like it may bring you closer to your kids. If you don't have children or you're single, maybe this is an activity that you can volunteer and be around kids and do things for some young people. Or like I said, if you're a weekend retreat, well then maybe it's to get you closer to your fellow employees. That is usually what a retreat is for. So perhaps that's something that's coming up for you. But then we have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Ace of Pentacles is money, 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 material success, just abundance. So I'm thinking that this is something that might end up being lucrative for you as well. So I'm thinking a new business venture. I don't know why that just popped into my head, or maybe that's what we're talking about all together here, is your leadership is going to bring you into a new endeavor. With the Ace of Pentacles, that would definitely speak to, your ability to be more successful on your own, more successful like starting your own business. So this weekend, be open to things that you've been thinking about, because I'm seeing a new endeavor for you, something that will be lucrative and will pull in your natural leadership abilities, and something that is going to bring you rejuvenation to the spirit. So that sounds wonderful, Taurus. Good luck this weekend. And now we have Sagittarius. So being optimistic, your weekend can't help it be good, right? But we're starting out with Justice. So we know that Justice does speak to our Libras as well. So perhaps Sagittarius, you're going to be entering into some sort of karmic balance with a Libra this weekend. And then we have the World, and we have the Knight of Cups. So Justice, the World, and the Knight of Cups. So we know that the World represents just joy and happiness, a sense of accomplishment. Then you have the Justice. So something that you're going to have a lot of closure this weekend, I feel like, Sagittarius. You're going to be bringing something full circle, that joy and sense of accomplishment that comes from the World, and then that sense of right and wrong and being able to just embrace your virtue. I think that those two things are saying that you're going to really have some epiphanies about something this weekend, something that's been troubling you. It's gonna come to pass. It's gonna work itself out, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, that's what that was about. With that Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is speaking to just flirtation flat out. So just being. So with these other two cards, I would say that that flirtation might be with something, something more in the less emotional realm, like we usually interpret cups, to something more flirtatious with something you desire. That sense of accomplishment is coming from something that you've really wanted to do. So this weekend, I see you like not just having epiphanies about something, or not just feeling like you understand something that's been causing you some emotional and maybe spiritual blockage and grief. You're going to come to terms with that, and that flirtation might be with things that are going to help you get there. Something you might not have thought about doing before because you want that kind of closure and you want to know what's going on. You're going to be open to it this weekend. So if you get that feeling like, well, you know, I've never tried this, maybe that would help me understand this better. Well, go ahead and do it. That might also be something like walking in someone else's shoes. If there's something or someone that you haven't, and I think with this emotional, with that flirtation, that's where it would bring a person in. That would bring, you know, how does this person feel? Why have I been blocked in what they need? So some emotional clarity, some epiphanies, just a good weekend for you to just be open. Be open to other people's feelings, maybe a little more empathetic. And for you, Sagittarius, that shouldn't be hard. You're very idealistic. So to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, kind of feel how they're feeling, I think this weekend you're going to be very empathetic and just get some clarity about the things that have been going on with people around you. So keep your heart and your mind open, Sagittarius. And now for Leo. So with our Leo, we start with the Page of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. So nice big challenge card there, but we also have the action to balance it out. And I always like when we get an action and a balance card in that weekend reading. So starting out with the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords is talking about curiosity and wanting to know what's going on. So it would also mean that you're willing to take on a new position, something that you've never tried before, or something you've been wanting to do. So this weekend, try some new things, something that has been piquing your interest, but you haven't really thought you could do it. Well, maybe this is the weekend to try that. With the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles is speaking to balance and feeling like you're able to handle your financial or career issues, being able to make things work out regardless of, you know, what your financial situation might be, because we know our pentacles are our financial cards. So maybe this is something you've been thinking about dabbling in. I personally don't like to sell things, but I do have a friend who is very big into selling things. She's been talking to me about, you should try this. Well, if you have something that you've been thinking about, there's all sorts of cool ways to make money nowadays. So perhaps it's something that you've been thinking about, or you know someone who's doing it. Seek those people out, see what's going on, because this might be this weekend should be a good time for you to try something new. And I'm seeing that it's something financial. So something that you've been wanting to try in sales, something perhaps, maybe it's time to have a yard sale. So that could be, because let's see, with the Ace of Wands, it's saying inspiration and new beginnings and expansion or growth. So that actually does sound like a yard sale to me, because with a yard sale, you are actually, or not necessarily a yard sale, I forgot the name. There's a website where you can go on and sell things that you no longer need, but they're still in good condition. So something like that. Clean your closet out, sell things online, sell things in a yard sale. That's what I'm seeing here. You're going to be industrious this week and trying something new, something you've never done before, something you've been curious about trying. And the Ace of Wands is saying this is a good time for that. And by doing it, it could benefit you. More than likely, it will benefit you financially, and it's going to help you with your expansion, your growth. You're going to be, I feel when I get rid of things or purge things, it does make me feel better, and it makes me feel like I have room for something else. So I see that for you. I see that for you, Leo. And now for Aquarius, we have the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. So again, I like that balance of the action and the challenge. Starting out with your challenge, that Eight of Swords. With the Eight of Swords, it's talking about that's where you have to trust in yourself and your sense of right timing. So being in the right place at the right time this weekend. I think that is what it's speaking to, Aquarius. So remember that you are intuitive by nature. So really trust your intuition this weekend, because that sense of right timing is going to be the savior of your weekend. It's going to help you have the weekend that you would hope to have. Then we have that Three of Wands, and it speaks to foresight, and your initiative pays off. So your creative problem solving, that is going to be also a good thing for you this weekend. So your sense of timing and your creative problem solving, trusting your intuition, all playing into a very successful and pleasant weekend for you. And then we have the Ace of Cups. With the Ace of Cups, we know that's normally speaking to just love, pure and simple. But in this case, with all of these things going on, your action being foresight and strong initiative, and your challenge being that trusting in your sense of right timing, I think that would be speaking to more of a new emotional experience that's going to be happening for you, and trusting in that. So your sense of right timing might be involving someone that you care very deeply about. So for you, Aquarius, I think that tapping into that intuitive nature, and possibly even being open to like a more social activity this weekend, making sure that you're getting out there and meeting some new people. That is what I'm getting for you. So, excuse me. So new people, new opportunities to make new friends. So this weekend should be more social for you, Aquarius, and really trusting that you're in the right place at the right time, and trusting what your heart and your intuition is saying to you over your brain. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy the fact that you're hanging out with new people, and I'm saying new people. I'm saying putting yourself in a social situation where you're meeting new people. Maybe with your original peeps, people that you already hang out with, but try to get out there and meet some new people. I'm seeing that's going to be good for you this weekend, Aquarius. All right, and now for Gemini. So let's start with the King of Swords, the Four of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So some nice, strong challenge for you this weekend, Gemini. Being versatile is going to be, having that versatility in your nature is going to be to your advantage with the challenge that we see here. We're starting with the Ace of Swords. Now that does speak to breakthroughs and being able to get to a good end, feel like you are where you need to be with something that has needed some resolution. You're going to have that this weekend. The Two of Swords, it speaks to indecision and not really sure where you should go with this, but wanting to reach like a truce. So with the breakthrough and being able to overcome the obstacle, and then knowing that you need to come to some sort of truce, some sort of compromise, those two actually work well together. You will have that breakthrough. You will have some ability to overcome this. So with the Four of Cups, the Four of Cups is the one where we have to watch out for that sense of monotony that's setting in. So all of that speaks to each other. And what it's saying, Gemini, is it's going to be someone that you're close to, someone that you cherish, and you're going to have to remember that you need to meet all their needs. You're going to have to be careful not to let them feel like they're not being appreciated. And with that challenge, the challenges that you have there, it seems like it's something that you might not have realized. And of course, you wouldn't do that on purpose. You wouldn't make someone feel like they're not appreciated or you don't know what their worth is, but it's going to be an eye-opener. So just pay attention to that and make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing with your, not just your significant other, but maybe friends that you haven't been paying attention to, or maybe, I mean, because that Ace of Swords is talking about resolution to conflict, perhaps it's something where it's not just feeling like they are neglected or they haven't been getting enough attention or just don't feel like their needs overall have been met. This might, excuse me, this might be some issues. You've had some personal issues, some problems that you need to work through. So this weekend, Gemini, you might be working on some relationship issues. Be open to that and get her done, because this weekend seems to be a good weekend for that. And now for Libra, we have the Page of Wands, we have Judgment, and we have Death. So for Libra, we know that we like justice, and so Judgment and Justice seem to go along together for me, for Libra. And in case you didn't know, if you're new to the channel, I'm a Libra as well. So Judgment and Justice to me go very, very much hand in hand. So with that Judgment card, it looks like this weekend we might be looking inward, some self-assessment. But with that Page of Wands, that's a nice, strong action card. It's speaking to enthusiasm and optimism and ambition. So maybe this self-assessment that we're doing is gonna clear the psyche. It's gonna clear your path emotionally and physically, give you some strength for the week. I'm feeling like it might also be just lifting your spirit, making you, what is the word? Enlightening you. You're going to come out of this weekend feeling like you understand yourself better, give yourself more of a chance, not be so hard on yourself, because I feel like you've been kind of hard on yourself lately. So that Judgment is saying it's okay. You should be paying attention to what you're doing, and you do try to be fair. I mean, that Libra, that's just in our nature, but you're probably not, you haven't been as fair to yourself as you should be. So this weekend, that Page of Wands, your action card is telling you, keep that optimistic nature, that wonderful enthusiasm and ambition, and just give yourself a break. You deserve it. And then with that Death, with the Death card, we know that Death relates very strongly to Scorpio. So perhaps a Scorpio is going to be with you this weekend. It's going to help you with that. It's going to remind you that it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be human. You don't have to do everything right every time. Everyone is not going to like you, though that's it's against your nature to feel like other people aren't going to like you, but you have to be easy on yourself. And with Death, endings represent the opportunity for a new beginning and transformation. So I think the Death card with these is very good for you this weekend, Libra, because you do need to give yourself a break. So really relax this weekend, maybe seek out your Scorpio and just suss it out. Realize that you are okay and that this weekend is for you to just regroup and reassess yourself and go into the week with an enlightened heart. And now we have Cancer. So for Cancer, 7 of Swords, 2 of Cups, and Knight of Pentacles. So starting out with that challenge. So with our challenge and with the 7 of Swords, some clarity, but realizing maybe you need to keep some things to yourself. So it's not in your nature, Cancer, to it's not in your nature to go around blabbing about things. It's not in your nature to tell everybody what you're thinking. Keeping yourself close to the vest is usually how you go about things. You're very protective and very possessive. So things that you feel are yours, or including intellectual property like your thoughts and things, you're usually already holding things close to the vest. But now we have this 2 of Cups in the picture. Now the 2 of Cups speaks to joy and partnership and harmonious communication. So this weekend, I feel like you're going to have kind of an emotional epiphany with this 7 of Swords. Someone that you're close to, you're going to become closer to, and you're going to be sharing more of your ideas with them. You're going to be more open with them in general, and it's going to make that relationship blossom. I'm thinking it's going to be more along the lines of your partner or your romantic interest, but this could just be the 2 of Cups speaks to just joy and partnership. So I'm thinking that this could be a good friend too, someone who perhaps they've wanted you to become much closer, and this weekend you're going to take that time to become much closer with them. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles, basically you're going to be more attentive when it comes to detail. You're going to be more stable when it comes to money and to things that keep you financially in balance. So perhaps that's something that this other person is going to be helping you with, and that might be something that you haven't really discussed with them. So on that note, that's bringing me back to your significant other, because that's when money really matters, with someone who you're living with, someone who you're intertwined with. So this money issue is something that you might not have broached before, but you're going to be talking about that, and that's going to lead to other things, and you're just going to come out of this weekend, Cancer, much more in tune with your partner, and you're going to overcome this financial imbalance together. So that is a very good thing. And now for our Pisces. We have the Queen of Pentacles, Strength, and the Fool. So for you, Pisces, we have 2 strong power cards, 2 standalone cards in your little 3-card reading. So very nice, very nice. And the Queen of Pentacles. So we have a good money card too. So Pisces, you are going to be able to be the compassionate soul that you are. You're going to be in your realm. You're going to be feeling yourself this weekend. That Queen of Pentacles speaks to a sense of abundance and peace and tranquility. So this weekend, like I said, you're going to be able to be that very dreamy and compassionate and imaginative person, and the people you're around are going to appreciate that. With the strength speaks to those qualities very much. So you're going to be not necessarily getting your way, but kind of getting things that you want done, getting things done this weekend, and with that compassionate, sweet nature, with kindness, and not just pushing the issue because you are the one that's in control. With that Queen of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you're going to be in control of what's going on. And with the Strength, that's also saying that you're going to be in control of what's going on. But the two together are saying that you know that the best way to get that accomplished is to be very kind, very loving, very sweet, very compassionate. And then with the Fool, that also speaks to that sense of wonder and innocence. So being able to just embrace that sweet nature and embrace that sweet quality that you have to get things done this weekend. So I'm thinking that that's just going to follow you the whole weekend. It's going to be your mantra. Just be myself. I don't need to be pushy. I don't need to be bossy to be the boss. So whatever you're doing, your weekend is going to be a nice, even keel weekend. You're going to be able to use that charm and that ability to get what you need without being overbearing. That's just going to follow you all weekend, and you're just going to have a very pleasant and very accomplished weekend. All the things that you're setting your mind, your goal, your energy toward, it's all going to happen without any kind of stress. I just don't see any stress for you this weekend at all, Pisces. And boy, I wish that was in the Libra cards. And now, last but not least, our Scorpio. And for Scorpio, we have the Seven of Wands, starting out with an action card. We have the Nine of Pentacles, nice strong money. Oh, and we have the 10. So we have succession of money here, and we have action. So action and money, another good combination. Love, action, and money. Probably better than action and challenge. So starting out with that action card, that Seven of Wands, that's saying that you are going to be successful despite any opposition or criticism. So with these pentacles here, that's good to know that whatever you're putting your mind toward this weekend, you are going to be successful in it. You are going to just be able to overcome any obstacles. It is meant to be, and you are meant to be. You are meant to be successful with whatever you're going for this weekend. The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is in regard to good luck and prosperity, comfort, just being able to appreciate everything you have. So that's talking with the Seven of Wands, with that feeling like you have strength and you have that competitive edge. You are going to be successful. Then you have the Nine of the Nine of Pentacles. So that definitely they speak to each other. That ability to feel like you are always successful. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, and with the Ten of Pentacles, that's speaking to wise planning for the future. So basically it's saying that your finances are definitely in your hands and in your control. Things that you're doing right now are building toward that. So, and whenever I get, especially when I get that Ten of Pentacles, it makes me think of, with that future planning, being in control of your finances. I'm hoping that this weekend would not involve looking for a second job, God forbid, but learning more about stocks and bonds, learning about Bitcoin. Anybody else curious about Bitcoin? I would love to know more about Bitcoin. So Scorpio, check into Bitcoin. Apparently that's going to be something really big in the future. I mean, not even the future. I remember when they first mentioned it, and now it's a big, huge deal, and you can even play the free video games on your phone that you win Bitcoin. So learn about Bitcoin, Scorpio, and just financial planning and being successful financially. So the action that Seven of Wands is saying, go for it with financial things, with these very strong pentacles. I would say financial planning this weekend, whatever that means to you. So that is what I am seeing for you this week, Scorpio. And I just wanted to thank you for joining me this week. Like and subscribe my channel, and remember, Essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. And until next week, here's wishing you a healthy and prosperous week. Farewell to you.